So after snatching defeat from the jaws of victory in Miami, I'm aiming to put that right in Imola. Welcome back to F1 Manager, everybody. I am Aaron, I'm managing Mercedes, and we are about to head to Italy for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix at Imola. Let's check in, first of all, with the standings. We're still 4 points behind Aston Martin after the last race in Miami. Go back and check out that if you haven't seen it already. We almost took the lead of the race and we were challenging Verstappen, and then it all fell apart in the pit lane. Not through any fault of our own, I must add. In a wet, dry race. Yeah, it wasn't what we wanted, actually. Lewis started third and then ended up finishing 8th. George Russell got his best finish of the year with a P5. And this is something that I probably should have shown you a little bit earlier. We're actually scouting a few drivers. If I show only bookmarked. So we are scouting Fred Vesti, who is of course a Mercedes Junior driver. We are scouting Paul Aron, who is a Mercedes Junior driver. And we're scouting Théo Pourchaire because he's really, really good. So that's just sort of where we are with one of our targets for this series, which is to find a replacement for Lewis Hamilton, who has got 7 months left on his contract. Maybe we'll begin some contract talks with the 7-time world champion in the not too distant future, get his future sorted out for next season. I have also gone ahead and upgraded my weather centre so we can have more accurate rain or weather forecasts ahead of each Grand Prix, but that won't be ready in time for Imola, which also has the alternative tyre allocation for this weekend. So we will have to use the hard tyres in Q1, the mediums in Q2 and the softs in Q3. But from what I've seen on other streams and videos, you only get 1 set of hards to start the session with. So I'm going to go and simulate practice. Well, in fact, we need to go to the weekend first. So let's do that, and then I'll simulate practice and we'll crack on with qualifying. Not encountered any traffic, so we're not going to get any traffic here. So we can follow George Russell's lap. He's been a little bit slower than Lewis. And I don't think Lewis is really close enough to get a tow. Yeah, that's a reasonable gap between them. There you go. Hamilton a 23.4 first sector. Russell a couple of tenths down on that. Middle sector coming up at the top of the hill. 25.3 versus a 25.3. So a couple of tenths in favour of Lewis still. Here comes George Russell then over the line. What's his lap time going to be? It is a 1:14.3. So to get that Hamilton 14.3. Russell with a really good final sector. Well, really, his middle sector was strong enough to have him close to Hamilton. So that's a solid start. We'll bring them back to the pits and we'll go for another lap. The tyres have been improving on a second lap, so you've been able to get a quicker lap time out of it with multiple laps. So what I'm going to do now is send George Russell and send Lewis Hamilton for another lap. There's Leclerc doing what he will hope is a representative lap time. Here he comes, and he goes to the top of the times. How representative do you want to be? So we're going to get some traffic with Perez on the first run, but the second run we should be fairly clear. It's not personal bests on the first timed lap.
Okay, so we've taken the flag.
And in fact, we're not going to get a second one because the session is timed out. I have mismanaged qualifying, and we will start at best 5th and 7th. Alright, no rain to worry about this week, but it's just a very straightforward one-stop strategy in Imola. My only concern is whether the AI will start on softs. I think I'm going to start on mediums. We'll be a bit slower in the opening stages, but we'll be able to push on the tyres a little bit more It's an all-Ferrari front row in front of the Tifosi. And we're racing at Imola. Let's jump straight on board with Lewis Hamilton. Can he get up the inside? Oh, that's Ocon blasting off the line on his medium tyres as well. So we've actually lost the position to the Alpine. That's incredibly frustrating. The two Red Bulls are actually on soft tyres. Russell hasn't gone anywhere. But infuriatingly, Esteban Ocon is back to be a nuisance to us. Although can Hamilton make the move there? No. Not through Piratella. So this is far from ideal. We will need to go high on the overtake aggression on both, but we'll put George on don't fight teammate. So Lewis, we need to get this one done quickly and preferably now, but not. We will need to deploy out of Rivazza. We'll go push, we'll turn everything up. Go for it, Lewis. So hard to get through, but can Lewis do it? We're side by side through Tamburello into the Villeneuve chicane. No, we can't make it stick. And we're just bleeding time now behind this Alpine. See if we can blast past this pesky Alpine. We're much closer. And I think we're going to go past here. We have enough of an overspeed. Harvest into turn one. Big braking. And that is job done. Now we need to pull away. So we will deploy. Having overtaken Ocon. Alonso's dropped back. Right back, 2 seconds back. Now we need Russell to get after the Alpine as well. Can we pull away out of DRS range? I think we might do just that. Looks like we have, so we'll just go to neutral. And now it's Russell who needs to get a move on and get himself past the Alpine. Russell is through. Here's how he did it. Oh, into Aqua Minerale. That's brave. Ocon left him some space and they were juking it out up the hill. It's taken us, how many laps? 10 laps onto lap 10, and we've now got both cars ahead of the Alpine. I think we were still in deploy mode. That's why we were able to get past him. But maybe Ocon is about to burst our bubble here. He's got DRS, but I think we're far enough in front to be able to deal with it. So the Red Bulls who started on soft tyres have just pitted. They're going to be 10th and 11th. I think they double stacked. Yeah, they've both gone onto hard tyres. George Russell has fallen back behind Esteban Ocon, who seems to be the bane of our existence right now. But we have used a lot of tyre compared to the Alpine. Pit window is now open. But our pace is not good. We are 0.3 of a second a lap slower than the Alpine. Yeah, we need to get to that lap 27 and get off of these mediums, get onto some hards, and then see what we can do. I mean, Ferrari up ahead are 10 seconds now, almost clear of Hamilton. We certainly need to continue bringing upgrades to this car. Thinking undercut with Russell. Pit him on this lap, pit him a lap early, and undercut him against Ocon. So we'll do that. We'll harvest while we're behind him with the DRS and conserve a bit of fuel, because then we can just banzai the lap out of the pits. He peels off and we're going to go for the undercut. We're going to go hammer time with Lewis. Decent stop for George. Perez sets the fastest lap. And we're going to come out just behind Verstappen. And we need to deploy, aggressive, and push. And now we have a VSC. This is the
VSC,
worst possible time for a VSC. We just wanted to push.
Let's get that delta positive.
Sargent has crashed at turn 18, which is the final corner. He's going straight spun off at Ravazza 2. That's
I'm in the wall.
surely a full safety car. Just a VSC. Well, this might work out really well for Lewis Hamilton because he is coming into the pits. Ocon's going to come in as well. Ocon will keep track position. But this might get us ahead of the two Red Bulls. Let's see. Good stop, please. 2.5 seconds. That's okay. Where's Perez? There he is. Where's Hamilton? That's Alonso. No, Perez, stop going up the order. No, he's gone up the order a bit more. Where's Verstappen? Well, it's going to bring us out ahead of Verstappen, I think. There's the Red Bull. We are ahead of the Dutchman. As is Ocon. Another of Verstappen's favourite people. Alright, VSC ending. Let's turn it up to the maximum. Green flags. We need to get rid of Alonso and Gasly and then see what we can do about Ocon. But we've lost so much time to the lead Alpine. It's going to be a tricky one from here. But hopefully we can dispatch these two cars in short order. We've got DRS. Can we make it? No. Gasly's fallen out of DRS range to Alonso. So we're deploying to get into DRS range so that we can make the overtake. The battery's empty. So, well, I mean, you've got to put something in. You've got to put some skin in the game to get something out of it. So hopefully we can tag along with the Alpine, and then in a couple of laps' time we can make the move. There's an AlphaTauri in the way. Get out of the way! Thank you. Whoever you were. Was that De Vries? It was De Vries. Alright, George is right on Gasly's tail now. So we're going to absolutely go for it. Maybe even into Ravazza. He's having a look. Surely we get it done down the straight this time. Let's jump on board. Battery's empty, but we've got DRS to help us. And is that the move done? It looks like it might be. There's the Alpine. So we need to get either away or we need to get into DRS. Actually, we need to get into DRS on Alonso and take that 7th position off of him. We are going to do so now in terms of the DRS side of things. Gapped Gasly by a second. Hamilton still in push on the fuel, so we can probably throttle back there. He's 2.4, 2.3 behind Perez. So just keep an eye on that. What was his? He was actually 0.3 slower last time around, so that gap's actually grown. Oh, we've got. Where's Alonso gone? He went off the road. Thank you very much, Fernando. We appreciate that hugely in the Mercedes garage. Props to you, Fernando, for just getting out of the way. And we have a virtual safety car. There's been a crash. And there's debris on the track. Crash involving multiple cars. This could change the race. There's... What's going on? There's sparks. Oh, it's Sonoda and Piastri, and they're heavily in the wall. No flex in this box. Okay, so where is Hamilton? Coming into the final sector. What lap are we on? 47. Will a set of softs get to... He's got 2 fresh sets of softs. This is amazing. They'll do 34 laps. And how many are left? Less than 34, I think. So 16 laps. We're going on softs. Russell hasn't got any fresh softs, but they'll do. So I think Hamilton will rejoin in 6th position. Where's Gasly? He's still coming across the start-finish line. He's there in the background. So P6 for us. So this means we are 8 seconds behind Ocon. But we're going to be absolutely rapid.
VSC ending.
VSC ending.
Yeah.
George has now got loads of fuel to
Think about
use.
this lifting coast.
There we go. Green flag. Hamilton in the middle sector. He's going to hunt down Ocon and then he's going to chase after Verstappen. Russell immediately into DRS range on Stroll. So this is very, very good news for us. We'll be able to make that overtake pretty quickly, I'd hope. Maybe on the next go around. Keep an eye. Oh, look, the gap from Hamilton to Ocon is just coming down. 3 seconds a lap quicker. The Ferraris are in the 16s. Hamilton's just taken the fastest lap from them, though. He is absolutely flying. He's done a 16.1. We're not attacking on the tyres, though. We probably could. We can go faster than this. It is hammer time to the end, I think. Russell has harvested energy, so now we can get him really up and running as well. Just deploy. And just go past him. Here we go. Into the chicane. Not quite. Down to Ravazza. He's looking every which way, and now he's had him. Excellent. We are... Look, Hamilton's already caught.
Okay, stand by.
He's now got ERS damage, but that was to be expected because it was
Yeah,
an
we just need
aging
to
part.
make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
Okay.
So now we're 6 seconds behind Verstappen, but Ocon is. But we're gonna pass Ocon in the very, very, very near future. DRS. Which way? Which side do you want, Lewis? Either's fine. There we go. Back up to P5. 17 flat, 7/10 of a second quicker than Ocon, and we passed him. A Russell with a 16.4 last time. What has Ocon? Oh, okay, he was just going around the Haas. I thought he'd just driven clean around the outside of Lewis at Piratella, which would just be absurd. Verstappen on a 17.2 last lap around. 18.1 now. Hamilton 15.8. A 15.8. He's 1.3. He's massively quicker. This is insane. We'll go standard. We'll keep pushing on the fuel, but we don't want to destroy the tyres. Well, actually, we'll be too slow if we're not on it. Alfa Romeo getting out of the way. Russell is just hooked onto the back of Alonso. He's about to be dispatched as well. We might catch Gasly and get 7th. This is a brilliant turn of events. We have called the strategy perfectly. We are now about to go past Fernando Alonso. We'll bring the fuel back down for Lewis, otherwise he's going to be running out of it. Russell goes past Alonso. Thank you very much. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And look at this. A 16.2 plays an 18.1 for Verstappen. We're quicker than the leaders. Massively quicker than the leaders. It's just a shame there's an 11.5 second gap between Perez and the Ferraris. If that was a full safety car, we could be winning this race. But we are chasing down Verstappen. Is it too much to catch Perez to the end of this lap? To the end of this race? What was the time difference? Perez did an 18.2. Lewis did a 16.5. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We're going to savour this one. Into the Variante Alta. We'll jump on board with Lewis. Verstappen defending. I don't see why you're bothering, because we're going to go past you. Oh, he's all over the road. He's moving every single time. FIA. What's going on? He's on always defend. Alright, we need to try and catch him by surprise somewhere. Maybe like here. He's trying to keep Perez that podium. And unfortunately he's doing a very good job of it. But Hamilton's going to be side by side in the chicane. He's got him! And we're through! Thank you very much. Russell is now chasing Gasly. The question now is, in the next 5 laps, can Hamilton catch Perez and snatch an unlikely podium? Hamilton is, I think, yeah, it's plateauing now. He's going to need to save a bit of fuel. I think 4th place is the best we can achieve now. But it was worth the risk. It turned the tables on Red Bull potentially catching us because they've got a faster car. Russell has now overtaken Gasly. Guessing this will be DRS down the straight. Of course it is. Down to Tamburello. Hamilton still has the fastest lap. Should we just attack to the end? Let's see if we can close that gap down over the last few laps. It's coming down. It is coming down. 2 laps to go. 2.3 seconds the gap. What was the... Wow! 9/10. Is it too little too late though? It might be a little too late. The last lap started. Can we catch Perez on the last lap, and can we pass him on the last lap as well? We're just going to deploy the whole way. We won't get DRS. Ferrari are going to finish 1-2 at their home race. We might run out of fuel just before the line. Which might... Oh, Perez a bit slow through Acqua Minerale. This is our chance. Got to do it down into Ravazza. We're not going to do it. We won't get the podium.
So we are low on battery at the moment.
But it was a valiant effort. If we pushed a little bit harder earlier,
Lift and coast.
we might have done it. But Ferrari win, Ferrari second, Perez on the
So
podium.
we have taken
P4
it's P4
for Lewis Hamilton.
Great work, guys. Thank you so much.
It's got a yellow flag. Maybe that's just because
Well
the
done,
race
mate.
is finished. George Russell's going to come back through to finish 7th. But we've been beaten by an Alpine, which isn't terrible. We've run out of fuel. but he's just crossed the line in time.
Okay.
We've just hung on to P7. Russell's run out of fuel.
Oh, that was so difficult.
And now he's just sat there, looking at his steering wheel. Okay, well, we've finished 4th and 7th. That'll do. As I was saying, we are finishing behind an Alpine, but it's not an Aston Martin, so that means we've closed the gap and we've turned the gap into a lead of our own. Ferrari on the podium, don't bother. We also got the fastest lap, so solid points this weekend. Aston Martin only scored 3 points. We scored 19. Where did they finish? 9th and 10th. Not a good weekend for Aston Martin. They finished behind both Alpines, which is going to make Fernando Alonso furious. Yeah, if you enjoyed that race around Imola, and well, let's see, thumbs up, like the video because we got the fastest lap and we were rapid towards the end. Subscribe for more Grand Prix and F1 Manager content. Thanks very much for watching.